Man, I don't know about you guys, but I am so sick of living in fear and like allowing fear to control me and what I do. I try to get one video out per week, right? Past week, I guess I probably should have had a video out 4 days ago. I let fear control me. I was like, I don't have anything to say. I don't know what I'm going to say in front of the camera. But that's just fear telling me I have nothing to say, right? I could just go in front of the camera and talk about how I don't want to make a video, and that's a whole lot better than nothing, right? But that's kind of besides the point. My video today is going to be a little bit more loosely structured because I don't really have a plan. But again, I'm not going to let fear stop me from making a video. I have the smoke alarm beeping in the background. It's not perfect, but we're all going to fucking die anyway. So I don't really fucking care. It doesn't matter. It's honestly one of the points of the video, right? Happiness. How do we find happiness as humans when we are stuck with the human condition, which is that shit just kind of sucks sometimes, right? But happiness, how do we find it? Albert Camus, one of my favorite philosophers, he is the philosopher that created the branch of philosophy known as absurdism. But he believes that happiness and living authentically stems from the acceptance of death. I think that's awesome. I think accepting death feels really good. You know, I've been trying to do it lately. It's hard. It's very hard. But as I do it more and more, I start to live more authentically and be myself and not fucking care so much, right? And maybe if I started recording this video like 3 days ago, 4 days ago, when I was feeling a little bit less like, I kind of feel like shit. I don't feel like I am ready to die, you know? Like I was in that mindset a few days ago, I'd be like worried about that beeping of the smoke alarm and be like, dude, I can't record a video, man. I can't, dude, they're gonna think I'm a fucking loser and I'm so ghetto because I haven't changed the smoke alarm yet. But dude, who cares? Who cares? We're gonna die someday, so just fucking record your video and move on with it. Right, just be yourself. Myself right now is a bum that doesn't want to change his fucking smoke alarm, and who the fuck cares? That doesn't matter. Other ideas about happiness, okay? It all kind of comes back to the same root things, right? I believe at least that happiness, or at least the way that I like to articulate happiness, is your ability to be yourself, right? And not be influenced by other factors and kind of act as someone that you're not. You wear that like mask, right? I think that takes away from your happiness. I think happiness is being yourself. And Ghandi, his quote for happiness, or the quote that I like to keep in my back pocket, is that happiness is when what you say, what you do, and what you think are all in harmony. And I don't know about you, Ben, but that just sounds like being yourself, right? So again, this whole idea from Albert Camus that happiness comes or stems from the acceptance of death, and living authentically, the ability to live authentically comes from acceptance of death. And Gandhi's idea that happiness comes from harmony in what you say, what you think, and what you do. Those both align with just being yourself, right? And not trying to appease others, not trying to be perceived a certain way. And again, I've been getting better at it lately, man. I can vouch, feels pretty good. I feel happier. I think you might be able to tell in this video, if you've watched my other videos, most of you probably fucking haven't because I get like 10 views per video, but you could tell like, wow, he's got some fucking, his charisma's up. Like he's actually like, I don't know. I kind of talk monotone in the other videos. Like I'm scared of what people think of me. I'm scared to say what I really think, but now I'm looser. It's nice. Feels good on my end. Hopefully it makes for a more entertaining video for you, where it's not just like 100% pure education. And you know, like when I try too hard to be educational sometimes, and then it takes out the entertainment factor of it, right? And again, like my main priority is to help educate, right? That's what I like to do. I like to educate people. But how many people am I gonna be able to educate if I'm so fucking boring that nobody wants to listen to what I have to say, right? One of my goals, one of the things that I've been afraid of for a long time, but again, I want to get over my fears and walk into fear because I believe that that's where happiness is. I believe that walking into your fears is what it means to be yourself, right? Fears hold you back from being yourself. So one of my fears, right? One of my goals is to start doing stand-up comedy. It's fucking scary, right? I'm scared. I'm fucking terrified of that. I have some jokes written. I think I could do good, but there's still that fear. And I think that, where was I trying to get with this? This has to do with education and entertainment and kind of blending the two, right? Getting people to listen to you by being entertaining, but still saying things that are educational, right? Right now, the book I'm reading is about the interconnectedness of philosophy and comedy. So, you know, I've always had this like bias against being funny. I mean, no, let's say not always, but since I started getting really into education and learning as much as I can about the universe in my lifetime, I've had this bias against comedy and telling jokes, because it's like, no, I want to be serious all the time because I think you need to learn as much as you can about the universe. But I don't think that comedy takes away from that, or at least not anymore, and I used to. I think that telling jokes is okay. I'm not sure what the fucking point I'm trying to get across is. But interconnecting entertainment and education is important. It's something I'm trying to teach myself how to do. And that's, again, comes down to being myself, right? In the past, I would have jokes to tell. I just held them back. I wasn't being myself. I didn't allow myself to do it because in my mind, that entertainment value took away from the educational value, but that's not true. It enhances it. They go hand in hand. They help. Obviously, you have to have the right balance, just like anything else. Quote that one of my wrestling coaches that I work with, I'm going to say I work with him. He's honestly my coach because he's so much better than me. That guy's wise as hell. He's like a sensei or something. I don't know. But he says, less is more, but sometimes more is more. So a little of more is better, and more of less is best, right? Pretty much just emphasizing the importance of abundance and the importance of minimalism, right? And to find a balance, right? Find the middle point. Like, you should be giving the exact amount of energy into each thing that you are doing. Each little subtle detail should be just the right amount of energy. Just the right amount, so it's not too much, it's not too little. Again, we're supposed to be talking about happiness, but again, it all kind of meshes in together, kind of flows, weaves in to the idea of happiness, right? Of course, you can't be happy if you are not effective and efficient with your energy. You have to place yourself in a position to be able to be yourself. Because again, like I said, I believe, and many other philosophers and great minds, I'm not saying I'm a philosopher or a great mind, I like to call myself a philosopher, doesn't matter. We think, me and some other dudes think that happiness comes down to being yourself. Holy shit, where was I just at, dude? What was I just talking about? Happiness comes down to being yourself. You have to put yourself in a position to be able to be yourself, right? So you have to invest your energy in order to get yourself into a job where you feel like you could be yourself, right? You want to be surrounded by coworkers that you don't feel like you have to wear a mask around. That's preferable. You're going to be happier there. You're going to feel free to be yourself and live authentically. You have to be able to manage your relationships in a way that, well, you got to cut people off. If you can't be yourself around them, fuck them. You know? Maybe it's not that severe, but do some self-reflection. Like, ask yourself, okay, who do I not feel like I can be myself around? Who do I feel like I can be myself around, right? Invest less energy into the person that you feel like you can't be yourself around. Invest more energy into the person that you feel like you can be yourself around. Let the person know who you feel like you can't be yourself around. Like, dude, what's up with this? Why are you acting like there's something wrong with me when I try to just express myself or be myself or be silly, goofy, and then they're like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I don't know. Express something. Don't let that go unheard. But the point being, you have to invest energy in order to put yourself in a position to be yourself. I think a lot of people when they say, oh, just be yourself, they like oversimplify it. It's not that easy. It's fucking hard to be yourself. There's a lot of reasons why it feels impossible at times. And a lot of that comes down to just the position that you're in. So just take care and be conscious of who you put yourself around. That's usually what it comes down to, right? Who you put yourself around, because that's most of what life is. It's just social shit. But again, like I'm saying, being yourself is the key to happiness. But you can't be yourself if you put yourself in a shit position, so pay attention to that. Accept death, because if you don't accept death, then you are not going to be able to live as if you have one life, and living as if you have one life is being yourself. Quote I like to say, I was talking about fear earlier. Fear is one of these things that allowing fear to control yourself is how you become more yourself, right? Because the version of you that wants to do the thing you're scared of is you. That's like the real you. The version of you that doesn't want to do the thing you're scared of because you're scared of, that's not fucking you. But anyways, a quote I like that goes with that is just the classic. You should fear nothing more than fear itself. Fear is the fucking scariest thing out there, dude. It fucking squashes you down, and then you do not get to be yourself. You do not get to enjoy the world in its fullest if you are afraid to try things. Yeah, that's it. That's what I want to talk about. Just be yourself, dude. Stop overthinking it. It's fun. I like it. Love you guys. Treat yourself like you love yourself. Go accept death. Okay, see ya.